to Kerala, the State High Court issues interim order directing the shipping company here, MSC, to pay rupees 1,262.60 crores in compensation for environmental damage caused due to the sinking of MSC L3 ship. Now, this compensation takes into account the environmental and economic losses caused by the oil spill from the sunken ship and chemicals released from containers into the sea. However, the shipping company contended that the amount sought by the government was unrealistic at this point. It also argued that the Kerala government had no authority to file an admiralty suit in this case, as the accident occurred 14.5 nautical miles off the state's maritime boundary. Now, the sinking of the container ship MSC Elsa 3 off the Kerala coast occurred on May 25th. In this case, MSC Elsa 3 was carrying about 640 containers, including hazardous cargo, which sank roughly 38 nautical miles off the Kerala coast. Now, the state government had sought compensation of about 9,531 crores, which was dismissed by the court. Now, my colleague Vivek joins me with the latest on this. Vivek, I want to understand the Kerala High Court has now ordered this company called MSC to pay over 1,200 crores. Is this in proportion to the environmental damage that was caused by the sinking?
Absolutely, yes. This is basically as a compensation that needs to be provided for the environmental damage also on the marine ecosystem. Especially the people living in the coastal area has been very badly affected due to the debris that has been drifted from the sea towards the shore. Remember, the sinking incident involving MSC Elsa 3 was reported, which is capsized and sank off coast of Kerala on the 25th of May. Now, the vessel was carrying 640 containers, remember, of which 13 of them contain hazardous materials like calcium carbide, which poses a significant environmental risk. The incident was later, declared as a state-specific disaster by the Kerala government due to the potential oil spills, the hazardous chemical leaks, and also the widespread contamination of coastal waters and marine life by drifting debris and plastic pellets. Remember, even 2 to 3 weeks after this particular incident, there were plastic pellets that was being found on the coast, and also some of these pellets was attached to the traditional boats of the fishermen, causing them huge damage and also affecting their day-to-day fishing life. And hence, the government has been under pressure because the coastal community has been demanding that the government should compensate them. Now, the government in the court today has contended that they require 9,553 crores as compensation, but the court said that this is not practical. Even the company, the MSC Company Management Council, which was present in the court, said that this particular accident on May 25th happened 14.5 nautical miles off the Kerala coast, and it does not comes under the maritime boundary of the state, and hence they need not pay such a huge compensation. It's mainly because there is a marine ecological disaster, and also the people over the area has been very badly affected due to this debris that's been drifted from the ship, and hence the state clearly argued that they clearly deserve a compensation, and this needs to be actually handed over to the people over there who are suffering. And that's precisely that is unfolded today in the court, where the Kerala High Court has ordered in its interim order that 1,262.6 crores has to be handed over to the Kerala government as environmental damage that was posed by the ship.
Right, Vivek. The ecological damage is the buzzword here. So I want to understand what is the scale of the damage that's been caused. And also, since, as you mentioned, the company is now saying that this is an unrealistic demand, an unrealistic amount, how do you think they're likely to proceed with the case? Do you think they will file an appeal against this verdict?
Yes, the company has got all the rights to approach, the Supreme Court as far as this case is concerned, saying that they cannot pay such an amount. They should reduce the amount. But remember, in this particular case, the contention of the state government was 9,553 crores, which the company said it was realistic, and that is the reason why it has come down to 1,200 crores. Now what we understand from the sources is that the management of the ship will hold one more round of discussion with the state government. Remember, three rounds of discussion was over as far as the compensation is concerned. In all these three rounds of discussion, there was no clear conclusion because the amount that's been discussed by the state government, put forward by the state government, was very high, which the company has clearly opposed. Now, what kind of damages? Yes, there is a lot of damages, especially to the people living in the coastal area, especially the marine life has been very badly affected. The daily production, also the daily carrying of fishes, especially by the fishing community who go for trawling and all those things. Their production, day-to-day production in the sea has come down drastically. This complaint has been raised, especially from the Alapura and the Kollam coast, because these are the areas which has been badly affected. And also, the hazardous chemical leaks has also affected the marine ecological system. Remember, these are calcium carbide and other chemicals. When these mix with the seawater, there is a lot of chemical reaction, and hence that could affect the marine ecosystem, which is indeed going to affect the people living in that area also. So all these issues had to be taken into consideration, and that is precisely the reason why the court felt that a compensation has to be provided to the state government as far as this matter is concerned, and hence they have come up with this 1,262.6 crores.